In baseball, there's a statistic. It's a save. It's where a pitcher comes in, protects a lead, and saves the game for his team. Well, there was the ultimate save on the University of Portland baseball team this winter. It had nothing to do with the outcome of a game. As K2's Carl Click reports now, a life was saved, and it was a team effort.
University of Portland baseball coach Chris Sperry has often referred to a player who shows a lot of heart. You know, tenacity, guts. The kid shows a lot of heart out there. It's a common coach's metaphor.
Do you think about that metaphor any differently after what's happened?
That it takes heart? Yeah, I think you do.
The one player that changed that, J.R. Bunda. The pitcher has often shown heart on the mound, and the pilots hope he will again.
But there was a chance that wouldn't happen. Back in December, J.R. Bunda was working out on the track here at the Child Center, getting ready for the baseball season. But he collapsed, and his heart stopped.
Teammates Ryan Barr and Travis Peterson were there.
Bunda started squealing for air, and that's when we looked at each other in panic.
And then I realized something was wrong, so I told Travis to go get help.
Ryan actually grabbed me and pushed me towards the stairs and said, "Go get Kat, go get help."
That push started a chain of action and reaction. Training was tested, a proactive emergency plan executed. More than a dozen people stepped up to the plate. Like the metaphor, they all showed heart.
Travis Peterson had come down and ran through this door and just had deer in the headlights look.
So I thought my door was being knocked off its hinges.
We just respond and don't really think about it.
First to JR, strength coach Kat Wade.
There was no pulse. Lips were starting to turn purple. It was clear that there was no oxygen. He was non-responsive.
In seconds, trainers Greg Waltner and Amber Eubanks are there. The trio starts CPR.
In that moment, your training just kicks in and you know what you need to do.
I was certainly afraid that it wasn't correct, it wasn't hard enough, it wasn't fast enough, it was too hard.
You see it in movies all the time, but once you're there, you realize how serious it could be.
I wasn't up there for very long before I heard the sirens.
Within 4 minutes, these guys are on the scene. The crew from Portland Fire Station 26.
Time is of the essence. Hats off to the people that did CPR on him, the staff and students there just did a great job.
But JR is still out, not breathing, and still no pulse.
It takes all four of us. It takes someone to perform compressions, someone to operate the defibrillator, a couple of guys to manage the airway. On the second defibrillation, like I said, we got a pulse back and he started breathing on his own.
Indeed, JR was once again showing heart. But that was just the beginning. JR was in a coma for 2 days. Players and coaches spent extra innings at his bedside, waiting for him to come back.
I feel normal, I feel healthy, and that I think is allowing me to have the feeling to even want to play baseball because I feel like I haven't lost a step.
Here's J.R. Bunda, less than 3 months later, alive and ready to play ball. Seriously, doctors have cleared him to pitch again.
Yeah, to see him strong and healthy and really probably not all that far away from rejoining the club in competition, yeah, it's a miracle. It is a miracle.
And maybe a miracle that was meant to be. When JR's parents flew to Portland to get to their son's hospital bed, they flew on Flight 26. And remember the first responders? They came on Engine 26. JR's jersey number when he pitches? 26. Are you superstitious about your number?
I am now.
JR is available to pitch in a game this weekend. Now, why a perfectly healthy and fit athlete would have a heart attack like that is a mystery in JR's case. But he does have an internal defibrillator in his chest right now, just in case it happens again. You talk about a tremendous effort by a whole lot of people to keep him alive.
Quite a story there.